Hello! So if you remember in the last video, we were talking about how to find that quadratic that we needed to form our three linear factors by using this process called long division. Now in this video, I'm going to show you something that is so quick and so easy, but gets exactly the same answer, and it's called synthetic division. Now what I first of all do is I start by setting up an upside down division symbol. The reason being is it's not technically division, it's synthetic division, it's made up, okay? But it gets the same answer, and it works every time, by the way. But I have to be a little bit careful about what I put where. So first of all, what goes in over on this side here? Okay, so up here I got an x plus 2, okay? What goes down here? Well, it's the factor. Sorry, it's the root. So x plus 2 is the factor. X plus 2 is the factor, which means that equals 0. That's the factor. So the root must equal minus 2. So that's what goes there. The minus 2 goes there. It's the root. Here is the factor. Here it's the root. Okay, then what goes in there? Well, I just simply copy all the coefficients from there down into there. I don't use any x's whatsoever. That's what's really nice about this method of division. Okay, so I have a 2. I have a, well, what's the coefficient of x? It's just going to be 1, right? So it's just 1. Then I've got a minus 8 and I've got a minus 4. Notice I don't have any pluses or minuses anywhere. It's just simply the numbers I'm working with. Then watch. I put a line down there, okay, because my answer is going to go down here, and just watch the magic happen. So when I add by moving downwards, okay? So when I basically move downwards, I add, okay? When I move kind of in a diagonal, I multiply, because if you imagine a multiply's got a diagonal movement in there. So I multiply what by what? Well, whatever goes down here, so basically if I've got a number here, okay, and I want to find the number that goes here, I'm moving across in a diagonal pattern. So what do I multiply by? I always multiply by this negative 2. So watch what happens, because it is fantastic. So first of all, I start with 2 and I add, well, it's nothing in there, so it's 2 plus nothing. So all goes down here is just 2, okay? Then to find what number goes here, I have to multiply this 2 by this negative 2 over the other side. So 2 multiplied by negative 2, that's my minus 4, okay? And then I'm moving down, so I'm doing 1 plus negative 4. That's going to give me my negative 3, okay? And then to find the number that goes here, I'm going to have to do negative 3 multiplied by my negative 2. Okay, so that's going to give me my 6. And then I'm going down, so I add, so I do minus 8 plus 6, that's going to give me minus 2. Okay, and then to find the number that goes here, I'm going to have to multiply by negative 2, multiply by my negative 2 over there, so that's going to give me my 4, and then I'm moving down, so I add, so minus 4 plus 4, that's going to give me 0. Now, what do all those numbers mean? What do all those numbers mean? Well, remember that I'm after something which is an x squared. I'm after something which is an x squared. So all this means is this is the coefficient of my x squared. So I've got 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. What does that 0 mean? Well, it's just my remainder. That's my remainder 0. So basically what happens is when I do x plus 2, so I'm taking my cubic and I'm dividing it by my factor, that's what I basically end up with. As you can see, that is exactly the same as what I got in the last video. Super quick, super easy. The only thing you've got to be careful of is that this is monic. So therefore the factor has to have 1 there. But if, for example, it was say like 2x plus 1, okay, are you happy that that factor is the same as x plus a half? Because if you both equal 0, you both get x equals minus a half anyway, so it's exactly the same factor. So you can always make it monic. But as long as that is monic, that's all you've got to be making sure of. But it's super quick, super easy.